Teschler with EE World and Design World. I'm here with Martin Lachhmannen from KEPCO. And Martin's going to tell us a little bit about a new series of power supplies called the KLN series. Martin,
Correct.
what's the claim to fame to these supplies?
Well, one of the claim to fame of these supplies is that their profile. As you could see here as an example on this graphic, we have a 750 watt supply in a 1U package, a 1500 watt in a 1U package, and a 3 kilowatt or a 3000 watt in a 2U package. As an example, we have a unit here on demonstration at the booth is these two units over here, which is a 750 watt and a 1500 watt. We've been mildly successful so far selling these products, even though there are a lot of competition for this particular, what we call system type integration products. What set us apart from our competitor, however, is that all of the information is at your fingertip on the front panel. There is nothing on the rear that engineers or test engineers have to be worried about. Everything is on their fingertip on the front panel. There's a menu screen and so on. Being that this has been so successful, or mildly successful as I said earlier, we decided that we should expand the product line. And what we have done recently is now introduce the KLN, which we call wide range, 5K, 5,000 watts, 10,000 watts, and 15,000 watts. The unique feature of these power supplies is that they have what we call a constant power feature. In other words, what you can do here is adjust the output to a high voltage at a small current, and at the same time, you can also get a very high current at a low voltage. So you have what we have a hyperbolic curve as opposed to a rectangular characteristics that you find in many power supplies. The lower power, as we may call these, have a rectangular characteristics. These, however, have a constant power characteristic. And in that way, you don't have to use multiple power supplies. So for example, if I need a 12 volts and a 48 volts, I could use one supply for different application, obviously. You can't get at the same time. You can set your output to 12 volts at one specific current. In this case, maximum 5K, 10K, or 15K. And again, go back, set the voltage to 48 volts, but the current will decrement accordingly based on the output power. That's the uniqueness of the power supply as shown here on this curve. The other uniqueness of this supply is that we have a touch screen now, as well as manually adjustable. You can touch it, you can adjust the voltage, the current, and the uniqueness again of these supplies, when you set the voltage and current, it also gives you the power. So you don't have to calculate the power. It displays it right there in it. So you could look, oh, here's the power, the output power of the unit. It also has a built-in little data acquisition system that you can use for simulating solar cells and batteries. And that is something, again, that our competitors doesn't have. They have to use separate products for that. These are all now built into this particular power supply. And this is a newer supply, and we're very optimistic and enthusiastic about this taking off like a rocket.
Yeah, well, that's interesting, Martin. That sounds like a pretty handy thing to have around when you're doing simulations.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.